Sin. Yeah. Check it. Yeah. Look. Heavyweight, this the heavyweight. Heavyweight, this the heavyweight. Heavyweight, this the heavy. Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Sin, coming back at y'all with another one, man. I'm on my way to work, get ready to knock this day out. But real fast, I wanted to send a message to the fellas out there. Man, listen, understand that y'all are the gift in these relationships. Understand that y'all are the gift in these relationships, not the other way around. I'm not saying that the females aren't a gift either, but we are more of a gift, you know? And you gotta have that mindset before you go into these relationships. You have to have that mindset when you just out here casually dating. Because if you don't, and you treat it the other way around, that's when you get stepped on. In a lot of cases, in most cases, when you treat it the other way around, you're gonna get stepped on. Because that's what happens when you put women on a pedestal and when you put them over yourself. Have you ever seen like a homie, right? Or somebody that get into a relationship and you start seeing their life go down, you start seeing their physical health go to shambles, you start seeing their mental health go to shambles, you start seeing all of those things decline? That's because that man put that female above him. And we see it all the time. It happens all the time. Because we don't go into it knowing that we are the gift. We don't go into it like that. We go into it thinking the other way around because she the one that got the vagina. She the one that got the tits and the ass. And we got to get out of that shit. We got to get away from that mind frame. That whole way of thinking is what be fucking us up in the first place. And lack of control, lack of emotions, that'll do it. Because a lot of y'all ain't used to having women and talking to females and all that other shit. So guess what? You're going to put her on this pedestal. And then when you do that, that's when you get ran over. When you do that, that's what gets you used and abused. Mentally and physically sometimes. So you got to understand that you cannot do that. You have to think differently. You can't go into these situations and automatically put that female above you. I'm not saying that you can't do things for her. I'm not saying that you can't be there for her. I'm not saying that you have to dog her out or anything like that. But you got to understand that you are the gift in these relationships. You are the gift when it comes to dating. Hell, us men are kings and we the gift to humanity. We are a gift to humanity. God made it that way. So you got to understand, you got to go into that. You got to go into that with that mind frame, man. Because if you don't, you opening yourself up. You opening yourself up. And we all know what happened when you open yourself up as a man. You get drilled. You get drilled. And then that's when you start seeing all those things that I named decline. Health, mental health. Your spirits go down. All of those things. Because when you think about it, right? Technically, you putting that female over God. You putting a female over yourself is the equivalent to putting that female over God, because pretty much that's what you're doing. You putting her over yourself and you putting her over God. Because God didn't build us. He didn't build this world for us to be looked down on. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't make it this way for us to look up to women. He put us here to look up to him. And a lot of y'all putting these females above God, which is not natural, which is not right. So guess what? That's when you see a man's health decline. That's when you see him get ran over. That's when you see all these things happening to him and he don't understand why, because he didn't go into that knowing that he was a king. He went into that relationship. He went into that dating situation not knowing that he was a king. So at the end of the day, that's not the way to be. You can't go into those situations with that whole mindset, because that's when you're going to get ran over. You're going to get ran over. No doubt about it. Because I will say this, and I'm going to leave it at this. These females know the game, and they know when they got you. And when they got you, and when they know they got you, that's when you start getting taken advantage of. That's when you start getting played with like a puppet. That's when you start getting abused. That's when they think they could talk to you any type of way. That's when they think they could treat you any type of way. That's when they think that you owe them everything. And that ain't the case. You don't owe them everything. They owe you everything. They owe you all of them. Physically, mentally, emotionally, sexually, all of that. Because you the king. And you the gift. So as long as you out here, right, carrying yourself as such, I'm not saying you go out here and you be a bum. Make sure you handling all your business. Make sure you good spiritually. Make sure you good physically. Make sure you good mentally. And then everything else should follow. But if you're not good in that way, then guess what? You leaving yourself open as well, because none of those things are together. So when those things aren't together, women will use that against you. That will begin to be weaponized because you don't have that. That is a weak spot. So when women see that weak spot, when she see that you weak mentally, when she see that you overweight and weak physically, she is going to use that against you. So you need to have your shit together too. You just can't be waking up. You can't be out here not working, no money, out of shape, all of those things, and then just think that you're supposed to be treated as a king. No, you need to learn how to be a king first before you get treated as such. And then that's how that works. Then you go into these situations knowing that you the gift. But you got to carry yourself as such too. But never put a female above yourself, because that's going to be your downfall. All right? My name Jason and Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace.
First I'ma get on my grind, then second stop wasting my time on shit less important. If ain't about money, I'm going the other direction. And third, I'ma do what I gotta to eat. Fourth, I'ma sew up the streets. Fifth, I'ma never quit dropping this heat. So as long as I'm breathing, you better get used to me. Sixth, I'ma get